Now a lot can happen behind closed doors. That's for sure, brother. That's a fact.
Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Flip. I'm a composer and a vocalist, and we're going to be taking a look at part 5 of Hadestown. Now, I'm sorry it's been a while since I've posted a Hadestown or really anything. I'm very sick. I'm not sick as much anymore, but you can kind of hear that I'm going to be sounding like an Oompa Loompa today because I was coughing my brains out and congested still. So, with that in mind, we're going to be listening to Hadestown. Last thing I remember, we stinking loved what was going on, but we also hated what was going on, and there's a lot going on. So with that in mind, we're going to be taking a look at part 5. If you haven't checked out the Patreon already, you should. And we have a lot of musical stuff coming out. We had auditions for Gilgamesh the musical I'm writing. And if you want to see any of the progress on that, it's on the channel. But we're also on Spotify. So if you're interested in checking out any of my stuff, you should check it out because it's stinking cool. And we're trying to go as fast as we can while also putting out this content and making a living. So with that in mind, we're going to be trying to react to probably like 4 songs. I have to go back one because apparently I missed a song. And let's fix that by listening to it right now. This is When the Chips Are Down. Gone, I'm Gone. All right, let's listen to it. I don't know what I missed, but this is one before the previous song, so I think. All right, and if I sound like an Oompa Loompa, I apologize. If you like that, that's cool too. All right, let's get into it.
Songbird versus rattlesnake.
Okay, yeah, we haven't heard this.
What is it?
The Fates. I learned a lot from your comments.
Your ticket.
And Hades gave her a choice to make. A ticket
Knew
to
it.
the underworld.
That's so quiet. Maybe that's too loud. Hold on. C minor, my favorite key.
Life ain't easy, life ain't fair. Girls gotta fight for her rightful share. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down.
Okay, maybe this will fill some of the context we're missing for why everything went down.
Help yourself, help the rest. Even the one who loves you best.
I think it's
What you
still
gonna
quiet.
do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down.
Sorry, I just gotta figure out this volume.
Oh, my aching heart.
Oh!
What you gonna do
That
when the
riff!
chips are down? Now that the chips are down.
Ah! Oh! A blues scale. Some ragtime feel.
Take if you can, give if you must. Ain't nobody but yourself to trust. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips
This is so
are
good.
down? Now that the chips are down.
So simple. It's so simple in concept. It's just a jazz like and then it goes like a it just repeats that lick like over and over again, just harmonizing with the vocals. And then what are you gonna do with the chips are down, right? Has anything else been communicated? No. It's been 2 minutes almost of this song. It's a vibe. It's a bop. A lot of jazz was just jam sessions, right? I mean, if we think about like the modern day jam sesh, that's what jazz was. It was just all your friends getting together, play some music, and a lot of times it wouldn't be deviating from a chord structure. This one has like 4 chords. It does go to a major, I think it goes, and then it goes, and then it goes, and then it kind of repeats a lot. So this whole musical has been very jam session, old-time jazz sort of feel. I mean, I even have some ragtime sort of piano style in it, and it's awesome. It's cool. It's not something you would hear from a musical. So I just love coming back to this musical because I'm just going, oh man, this is fun. This is a fun bop. Like, man, you could hear like if they just started layering like other instruments like trumpet. Let's get some trumpet, trombone. Let's get some jazz, soprano saxophone. I want to hear some more instruments, but they're keeping everything very dark in instrumentation. Piano, a lot of guitar, you know, shakers.
Aim for the heart. Shoot to kill. If you don't do it, then the other one will. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down?
Just repeating, a lot of repeating.
And the first shall be
Bridge.
first, and the last shall
These
be
harmonies.
last. Cast your eyes to heaven. You get a knife in the back. Nobody's righteous.
It's like almost like bossa nova feel with the shakers.
Nobody's innocent. Now that the chips are down. Now that the chips are down.
Okay, so that was the end of that. Okay, first of all, let me just say that was one idea, and then a deviation, and then right back to end it. 2-minute and 30-second song, like one set of lyrics, pretty much. That's crazy. Made a whole song. I just would love to think about what this looks like on stage. And if, by the way, I cough, I'm sorry. I'm again working through that sick, big sick. Okay, this will. Yeah, okay. I just want to. This is important because the last thing that we saw was that she gets taken away by Hades, of her own will, which messed me up because I was like, dude, what? How do we get from 1 to 10? So this will help. Thank you. By the way, big shout out to, I want to get this right, DJK David for helping me. He gave me a big list of all the songs. So if I make a mistake, it's not my fault. It's probably my fault. It's not David's fault either. It's my fault. All right, fine. There it is. It's my fault. But yeah, thank you for the list. That'll definitely help me. It takes the stress off because I'm just trying to Google. Anyway, I'll go back. You yell at me for missing lyrics.
Orpheus, my heart is yours. Always was and will be. It's
What is that
my
instrument?
gut I can't ignore. Orpheus, I'm hungry. Oh, my heart, it aches to stay, but the flesh will have its way.
Okay, we heard this,
Oh, the way
but this is
dark
very
and
different looking.
long. I'm already gone.
Yeah, we heard this. And let's hear. Apparently, this is like the real cast.
I'm gone.
Sad. Jump scared me again. Thanks a lot, David.
Go ahead and lay the blame. Attack of virtue,
Oh, this is-
of sin.
We can hear this.
Wouldn't you have done the same in her shoe, in her skin?
Ooh, dark.
You can have your
Very
principle
tone.
when you've got a belly full. Hunger has a way with you. There's no telling what you're gonna do when the chips are down.
Oh.
Now that the chips are down,
Ooh.
what you gonna do when
Little
the
refrain.
chips are down? Now that the chips are down.
I see. Boom, boom. Little ending like that. I don't know why that face reminded me. Hold on. That face reminded me of Trouble Chocolate. Okay, I'm so sorry. My brain. Did we already hear this one? Hold on. We already heard. I just want to hear it first. Yeah, we heard this one. All right, moving on to this one. Why we build the wall, right? Did we hear this one? Ooh, dude, I just love. I don't even know what that is. It's an acoustic guitar, but there's something about like not a country acoustic guitar. I guess maybe help me in the comments. What would be a name of this style of acoustic guitar? It's not nylon string, is it? It's got such a rich, dark tone. Oh, it reminds me of the game. Shoutouts if you know the games. I reference a lot of games in my analysis videos. If you know the game Project Winter, this reminds me of Project Winter's backtrack or soundtrack. repetition of this song is insane to me. Why I like it so much is just wild. Again, Project Winter vibes. A wide 4, 1, 2, 3. What's a 2 feel?
Why do we build the wall, my children? My children, why do we
No,
build the
wait,
wall?
was that? Wait. I know we've heard Hades before, but that sounds like subharmonic. Is that the word? Subharmonic? Bass. I mean, I can't do it, but it's so cool.
Oh.
Again, the repetition, just notice it. It's everywhere. Sorry, I got to back up.
Why do we build the wall? We build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall.
The unison.
Build the wall to keep us free.
I love that.
How does the wall keep us free? My children, how does the wall keep us free?
Man, the call and response.
How does the wall keep us free? The wall keeps out the enemy.
Oh.
We build the wall to keep us free. That's
Unison.
why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit. Sorry if this is boring to you, but this actually has huge traces of spiritual from like African American culture, because it has a lot of the singing that was done way back was like cantor and then responses. A lot of religious sense, but even just for fun, it would be lead singer to say something like, "Boy, I love cats," and everyone responds, "Boy, I love cats," like in a big group setting with harmonies or unison. And this is like that in a musical. Dude, sorry, you have to understand. When you know about this stuff, it's more interesting. It's like, what? You're putting this in a music? I've only heard this. I've been, a musician for, very long, but like professional one for like 10 years. And I've never heard a show actually feature like spiritual, like gospel in a show. Like there's like small things, like Finn's Rainbow has like a couple of gospel songs in there. But like this whole show is like part of that. It's so cool. It's like I would love to do some of these like as a choral rep. I'm sure there's some on like J.W. Pepper and stuff. But man, it's so cool.
Who do we call the enemy?
Just the history of this is like
my
filling me.
children.
I love it.
Who do we call the enemy?
It's very organic. I love it.
Who do we call the enemy?
And the reason sorry, I'll go back. But the reason being is why it worked like that is because there wasn't super much sheet music. Like sheet music, that's not a super common thing. It costs a lot of money. It still costs a lot of money. But a lot of it was just, you don't know the words to this song? It's okay. I'm going to sing them. Here's the words. Here's the words. Here's the words again, but different. Here's the words again, but different.
My
It's fun. Sorry,
children.
back up.
Who do we call
Cantors,
the enemy?
the starter. You're going to notice a lot of the songs do this. I've been thinking it, but not saying it.
Who do we call the enemy? The enemy is poverty, and the wall.
And the repetition helps everyone learn it.
And we build the walls to keep us free. That's why
My education
wall we
filling me right now. I'm filled with education.
Because we have and they have not. My children,
Fiddle.
because they want what we have got.
And by the way, this also feels like a little bit almost propagandistic, the way he's
have and they have not, because
leading
they
them to the
want
answer.
what we have got. The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build
I'm just
the wall. We build the wall.
refrain. Yeah, a little bit of extension. Yeah, to me this feels as though because they're doing this like so like call and response, it almost feels almost a propagandistic with the red and like this is very like led. They're very, very much led to this answer. That's my theory. I could be wrong. Ooh, a little chromatic. I mean, they're working, you know. They're working, probably propagandistic. Little jam sesh going on right now with the instruments. How fun would it be to be a member of this pit, by the way? They would be having such a great time every show, I guarantee it. They'd be making each other laugh.
What they should want?
Backing up. Can't talk over this.
What do we have that they should want? My children, my children. What do we have that they should want?
What do we have that they should want? We have a war to work upon. We have work and they have none.
And our work is never done. My children, my children.
Almost a cold.
And the war.
Don't yell at me for saying that.
The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy.
Oh.
And we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall.
He's angry.
To keep us free.
So the enemy is poverty.
We build the wall to keep us free.
So how cool would that song be in a huge, like massive people that were like one person singing and then like a choir, like 500 people chanting the words that they say behind? That would be so cool. I mean, it's great. But imagine, that's what it's meant for. It's meant for like large group singing. That's what think about what that would sound like. Oh my gosh. It's dark. Ooh. Hey, what are you doing over there? Sad.
Then Hades told Eurydice,
There are papers to be signed. Step into my office.
and he closed the door behind.
Ugh. Ugh.
Now a lot can happen behind closed doors. That's for sure, brother. That's a fact. But a lot can happen on the factory floor
Uh-huh.
when the
Lot
foreman
of it.
turns his back.
A lot of innuendo. Foreshadowing too.
Anybody want a drink?
Boom. I think is that the end of Act 1? I think that is the end of Act 1. I'm gonna sorry. I did some Googling only because I remember in the last video I asked if like one of the songs was the end of Act 1 because it sounded like it. And actually, funny enough, I looked into it and apparently like the person that created this musical was actually like really pressed, like, why didn't you end with that one? And they kind of like were in between if they should or shouldn't end with that last one. I forgot the name of it. For ending Act 1, and I forget if they settled on it. They settled on this one, the last one that we just listened to, but I don't know any of the names of these. I'm sorry. Like think about it from my perspective. It's just one time, and then move on. Whole musical. So yeah, just interesting. I googled it, and it was like, yeah, they are. They also kind of thought it was the end of Act 1 too, in a way. All right, let's move on. There's the guitar. I love this guitar. Ooh, 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 ooh. Double bass. Dum, 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 dum. A good old jam sesh. We're back, baby. Is that trombone? And the pianist having some fun.
Step into my office.
What is that? Ooh, so good. We'll back up, but I want you to hear how this has like that jazz. It's almost like a limp. They call it like a lilt. But it's like where sometimes it doesn't quite land on the beat. 2, 3, 4. Da, dum, dum, da, 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 dum. It's like just off the beat. And I love that. I love that. It's so stinky. It's like, ooh, you make that stank face. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That stank face is, right, when something is so absolutely good, music-wise, you're like, oh, that's good. Yeah. Boys.
But if you're like me, then hanging around this old manhole is bringing you down.
Oh yeah, baby.
6 feet under, getting under your skin. Cabin fever
Goosebumps.
is a setting.
I love this kind of music.
You start crazy, stuck in a rut. You could use
Just the
a
repetition,
little
so
pick-me-up.
accessible.
I can give you what it is you crave. A little something from the good old days. I got the wind right here in a jar.
Wind in a jar. Odysseus,
I got the
leave it
rain
alone.
on tap at the bar. I got sunshine up on a shelf. Allow me to
vibraphone?
introduce myself.
glockenspiel.
Brother, what's my name?
What is your
My
name?
is Our Lady of the Underground.
Back to the
Brother,
key.
what's my
That was weird. We were like, and then we were like, dabba dabba of the underground. That was cool. Just modulate up a half step for a second. Almost I don't particularly. Almost like a Phrygian mode.
Our Lady of Waves, Our Lady of Me. Brother, what's my name? My name is Our Lady of the Upside Down.
Back.
Wanna know my
Phrygian.
name? I tell you my name. Persephone.
What is happening with this fiddle?
Come here, brother. Let me guess.
Dude, I
It's
just
the-
love this Persephone. I thought they were like very like controlled in the beginning of the show, and now they're just unhinged. Like you can put you on the surface.
Come here.
Hold on, wait. I'm so sorry. That face. Look at that face. That's the side eye and a half. That's what happens every time I pause the video. That's what you guys, I feel it right through the screen. That's what you guys do.
Come here, brother. Let me guess. It's the little things you miss. Spring flowers, autumn leaves. Ask me, brother, and you shall receive. Or maybe these just ain't enough. Maybe you're looking for some stronger stuff. I got a sight for
Just wanna
the
play along,
sorest
man.
eye. When was the last time you saw the sky? Wipe away your tears.
So this is-
brother.
So he's been down there a
Brother, I
while?
know how you feel. I can
Just like
see you're
on the halfway
blinded
point?
by the sadness of it all. Look a little closer and everything will be revealed. Look a little closer and there's a crack in the wall.
Little trombone. There's the jam session. It's so good. I'd love to see what's happening on the actual stage floor during these.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I would imagine
Brian Ty
dancing.
on the trombone.
Everyone in the audience claps. Actually, by the way,
Cello. Dana Lynn.
so I think this is them actually introducing the players for the actual pit. Very clever. We've seen this done in different shows where they break that fourth wall. I think it was the Greatest Quartet Is that the name of the show with the rock and roll folks? Where they just introduce, it's like the fourth wall break where they've been actually part of the show the whole time and they're characters, haha, but it's actually their names usually. So I have no clue if that's true for this, but I'm just guessing because why would they use first? Anyway, so this is a jam sesh. This is so good. It's just a good jazz jam sesh. I used to watch a lot of jazz back in the day, back when I went to my school for music. And and a lot of the musicians were just having fun up there. They were all cracking up, laughing. They would like play stuff to set each other off. So fun. This is such a fun show. I don't know if that's happening, but it feels like it the way they're playing. Okay, my camera.
Marika Hughes on the cello.
Cello.
Dana Lynn on the violin.
It's the whole thing.
Ben Krowski on the drums. Robinson Morse on the bass. Michael Chorney on the guitar. And Liam Robinson on the keys. You want stars? I got a sky full. Put a quarter in the slot, you'll get a life full. You
So
want
cool.
the moon? Yeah, I got her too. She's right here waiting in my pay-per-view. How long's it been? Little moonshine ain't no sin. Tell my husband to take his time. What the boss don't know, the boss won't mind.
It's crazy. Like, sorry, I'll just. It's just crazy. Excuse me. For me, sorry. It's crazy for me, like, how little is being conveyed in these songs. Like, when you actually think about the full story of, like, ideas being shared. I mean, some musicals, I'm not going to name some, like Hamilton, Epic the Musical. I'm not going to name any, but, like, a lot of different musicals, like Wicked and other ones that, like, have a lot of story elements going on throughout the song. It gets sometimes hard to follow. For this one, it's, like, always in one idea being conveyed in the entire song. Usually. I mean, there's sometimes more, but it's usually, like, one idea, and the whole song conveys that idea, and it kind of fleshes out that idea with the character's emotions about the idea. I mean, this one's clearly, like, Persephone met, don't want to say Odysseus, our other main character, and he's not in a good state, but she is still living her life, and she's having a good time about it, right? I mean, that was conveyed in the first minute and a half. And then they did a whole 5-minute song where they conveyed that more and more, where you really got a firm picture to how she feels about it. It's an interesting way to storytell. I do like it a lot. It feels like, for me, I'm writing my own musical, and for me, I feel like I have to convey the epic of Gilgamesh. But it's hard because there's a lot of things conveyed in a whole epic, right? So for this, they're taking the time, and they let you just experience the music. They give you the music, and they're like, let's just marinate. Let's have some fun. Jam out with us, right? We're going to convey an art form as well. Very interesting show. It's a very interesting and nice, refreshing thing to listen to, where you don't have to just focus on, here's the thing they said, and what does that thing they said mean, and how does that relate to the earlier context in which we heard that other thing. This is just experience it. It's great music. Have some fun with the story, and also there's some real dark stuff going on right now, right? It's not fun and games, right? I'm not saying it's fun and games, but man, we got a lot going on with all these things that have not been resolved yet. So that's going to be video number 5. We're going to be keeping going. And again, David, thank you so much. And all my patrons, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you a ton. We have cast our vote for the poll, and we're going to be taking a listen to or a watch for the movie Tick, Tick, Boom. I know nothing about it. But apparently it's about someone writing a musical. That's funny. I know someone. Oh, anyway, so that's going to be the video. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys. If you can hit the sub button if you're on the YouTube, I appreciate that a ton. If you can hit the Patreon button if you want to check me out and support me, thank you very much. And besides that, I will catch you on the next video, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Catch you on the flip side. Later. And a huge thank you to all of my patrons. All of you make this possible. I appreciate all the support.
The flip, the flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy T, Flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the right. That's a flip, man. The flip, the flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy T, Flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on the